Hello, DFL fans. Welcome to the first matchup of the divisional round. The Jungle City Wild going to visit Lay Random Sword at Reddit. Interesting matchup today. I think the Wild might come away with an upset in this one. They look primed to win as the Sword are missing their star quarterback, Tarek Teague. Eugene Riley will be the starter. What a glorious day here at Reddit. The fans are loud here as we get ready to start this one off. The Wild will kick off to the NFC East and the NFC in total champs. Lay Random Sword, number 1 seed for the first time in franchise history. Lay Random Sword had a great year. Oh, but a fumble on the opening kick. And it's recovered. Wow, nearly disaster there. The Wild defense had a good game last week. This linebacker core was the heart of that, and a nice tackle there. Von Doe with a nice tackle coming up from the corner position. So gain of 4 yards there. Started for Alan Culberson, though. And I'm telling you, this game is going to revolve around Alan Culberson for the Sword. Allen has carried this team 11 touchdowns on the ground, 3 touchdowns through the air. He has the most touchdowns on the team. Eugene Riley looking for a man, had a lot of time, and he finds a man. Anthony Singleton. It's going to be 3rd and inches for Lay Sword. Let's see if they go to Culberson here early. They do not. They let Eugene Riley throw it. And he has his man. A great catch there from star Timmy Bronson, Pro Bowler. One of the best tight ends in DFL history. Timmy Bronson, 5 touchdowns on the season and 1 rushing touchdown as well. So, you know, they'll get creative in their play calling. Eugene Riley 2 for 2 already in this game. Eugene Riley, the backup on Lay Sword. Hands it off up the middle. Alan Culberson takes it to the outside. He gets a nice 9-yard gain. It's going to be a big question mark here. Eugene Riley coming over from the Black Death. He's a free agent. Sword picked him up to be their backup. He's played 2 games this season after Tarek Teague's injury. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, under 200 yards in those 2 games. This is a run-first team, this Sword team. Eugene Riley not sacked there, able to get a ball forward for an incomplete pass. But Eugene Riley might be another big deciding factor in this Sword offense. Obviously, they got to get the run game going. Alan Culberson, 1,600 yards on the ground this season, 11 touchdowns on the ground. But this team has an identity passing the ball, especially to their tight ends. big rushing and tight end team. Handoff up the middle. That's Jason Sloan. Could be incorrect. But I believe Jason Sloan did come over to Les Sword from the Beavers. Former Beaver coming in to back up Alan Culberson. This time it's Culberson on the misdirect. Doesn't get much going there. You know, people have been talking in the media, you know, can you win a game with a guy named Eugene at quarterback? You know, Eugene Riley definitely trying to prove it. Yeah, Eugene Riley also not technically new to the playoffs. He played a playoff game in season 1, I believe, with the Black Death. A face mask call on what's his name? Gary Hayden. It's going to get a first down for Les Sword, who have been driving. Here they have a 1st and 10 inside the 15. But Les Sword some vital pickups in the free agency. You know, if this Eugene Riley pick works out, you know, you might look at teams, look at that backup quarterback position in this league a little more in depth. Ooh, but a run outside, and that's Alan Culberson. Touchdown! The runner-up for MVP this season gets in the end zone. The fans are loving it. One wearing an Alan Culberson jersey, another wearing a Trevor Teague jersey. Alan Culberson. Great drive for him. And Eugene Riley put together some great passes to keep this drive going as well. And 7-0 on the board for this Sword team. The number 3 offense in the league this season. They just keep trucking along. Alan Culberson, the Pro Bowler. Putting a stamp on this game early. They're going to kick it off to the Wild. See if Von Doe does anything with this kick. He will not. Take a knee in the end zone. Out comes Wayne Lawrence. Had a great game in the wild card round. 282 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns were to Jerry Mays and Darren Leon. Darren Leon, 121 yards through the air and a touchdown. Hand off to the fullback up the middle to start this drive. Fullback dive. This game is sponsored to you by Zins and their new poop flavored Zins. You never know what might go. Zins. After the first down run, I have a 2nd down run, and Eric Summers is having a nice day on the ground so far. Just 2 runs, already a 1st down. Or dropping back, Wayne Lawrence throws it right. Ooh, almost intercepted. Great defense there. Bobby Alexander, he had 3 interceptions on the season. One of those he took back for a touchdown. Could have had one right there. Dropping back is Wayne Lawrence. He throws left, out of bounds. Looks like it's incomplete. That's probably best for them. He probably would have lost a couple yards if he caught that inbounds. Some people might not think it, but this is actually Le Sword's 4th playoff appearance out of 5 possible. Wayne Lawrence looking down the seam, has his man for the first down. Great play to extend this drive. Pass to Derek Taylor. Le Sword in season 1 beat the Gunman in a crazy game. Then lost to the Seamen. Season 2, they lost in the wild card round to the Zany Zappers. And in season 4, they beat the Veggies in the wild card round, but lost again to the Seamen. Have been a sort of demon to this Swords team, this Seaman demon. So it's 2nd and 10 for Wayne Lawrence here. It's going to be under center. Drops back. Has a good amount of time, but throws it across the middle, and it's deflected by Jeff Neal, outside linebacker. This is just the Wild's 2nd playoff appearance. Last season, they beat the Dragons in the wild card round, lost to the ABCs. This season, they have beat the Black Death in the wild card round. Wayne Lawrence drops back, looks left. Nothing going there. It's going to be 4th down for the Wild. You know, it's an interesting injury situation here for the Sword, you have to imagine, because really they could have Tarek Teague back for the Dream Bowl if Eugene Riley can get them there. So, yeah, this Sword team isn't without their hope of getting their starting quarterback back. At the same time, you got to win some games without your starting quarterback. It's going to prove what kind of team this Sword team is. Up 7-0 in this game. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Pitch left. That goes nowhere for Culberson. This linebacker core of the Wild needs to have just as good of a game as they did in the wild card game if they want to move on. Hands it off to the right side. Nothing going there again. Paul Gable first there on that tackle. And it's 3rd and 12 here. Lots of ground to cover. Eugene Riley drops back. Finds a pass across the middle, but short of the line to gain. Well, they're going to punt it here. Anthony Singleton with a nice catch. Anthony Singleton, a sort of odd player. I was looking through the stats. He's a wide receiver, and he has 2 forced fumbles. It's very interesting to me, you know. Wide receiver, great tackler, great at forcing a fumble, getting it back for his team. If his team forced or fumbled, I guess. Maybe he's on special teams. I'm not sure. I couldn't get to the bottom of that stat. Maybe we'll see in this game. That's the end of the first quarter. It's 7-0 Sword. This game chugging along. And we're now into the second quarter. Wild have the ball. Let's see if they can do anything with it this time. Nothing much going on that first drive except for a couple Eric Summers runs. Let's see if Wayne Lawrence can get it going. He's driving back to pass. Eric Summers to block. Wayne tries to find a man on the left side. Can't find him. Darren Leon was his target. Sideline is asking for a pass interference. But Darren Leon doesn't seem to indicate that he was interfered with. Darren Leon, yeah, he's a very tough guy. You know, he's not going to complain very much. He's just going to get out there for the next play. Ooh, but Wayne Lawrence throwing across the middle. Dangerous pass. You cannot do that against the middle of the field of this Sword team. Anthony Browning, their middle linebacker. Look out for him, number 59. Most tackles on the team. But most importantly, 5 interceptions. That's the most on the team. So if you throw across the middle against this Sword team, they can really make you pay for it. And Lawrence dropping back again. Across the middle, but this time deeper. Still nothing. A little too far on that pass. Maybe had a man, but the coverage was tight enough to make him miss. And the Wild will punt it again. Wild with one of the more commanding wins in the wild card round. But here they are down. Start the game in the Sword. Looking to expand their lead. Alan Culberson. Again here, an outside run. Goes nowhere. He tries to spin it back in. But Alan Culberson only 1 yard on that first down run. These outside runs not going early for them. First drive was very solid. Haven't found that same rhythm since. Eugene Riley sends his tight end in motion. Watch his tight end, Timmy Bronson. One of the best tight ends in DFL history. And that one just off the edge. Alan Culberson gets a nice gain there. Oh, and he's talking a little trash there. He's talking a little trash to Byron Greer. The corner for the Wild, number 24. Both players Pro Bowlers. the Wild are known as a trash-talking defense. This Wild defense talks a lot of trash. So it seems Alan Culberson really just giving back a little bit of their own medicine. Eugene Riley drops back. Not enough time. Sacked. And this trash-talking defense gets home. Mike Johnson with the sack. The defense had a nice game last week. Kenny Stokes had a sack. Byron Greer, the Pro Bowl corner who Alan Culberson was talking trash to, had a forced fumble in the wild card game. Wild defense didn't look too tight on the first drive, but they looked like themselves since then. Giving the Wild back the ball. See if Wayne Lawrence can do anything with it this time. This Sword team, not the greatest defense in the league. They really have rode on the coattails of their great offense. But a nice tackle there. You know, as a Sword fan, you want to get a much bigger lead. This Wild team, they're really good at turning the game around in one play. Guy like Darren Leon streaking down the right side of the field can really change the game instantly. Right now, nothing much going for the Wild. Trying to get the run game going with Summers. He was moving a little bit slowly on that run. Not decisive going through the hole. And it'll lead to 3rd and 6. Crowd getting a little louder on this 3rd down. Wayne Lawrence back to throw. Looks right. Intercepted! It's intercepted. It's going to be taken all the way back for a touchdown. Anthony Browning. I said it earlier, you can't throw it across the middle. He was to the right this time. And the Pro Bowler with a pick 6. Wild middle linebacker had a great game in the wild card. But this time, it's Les Swords. Middle linebacker with the pick 6. Putting the Wild in a deep hole. And you can't do that in the Reddit Dome. The Reddit Dome is going to eat you alive for that. And Wayne Lawrence, when he starts feeling that pressure, we've seen him break down. Seen him play tough in playoff games. We've also seen him make great comebacks in playoff games. You know, Wayne Lawrence does a lot great. But when he gets that interception mode, he can really curse your team. This season, though, we've talked about it. Comeback player of the year. Great, much better stats on interceptions than last season. Last season led the league in interceptions, also with a league record. It's been talked to death. Wayne Lawrence is sick of hearing it. He just wants to get out there and win. And that's a good start. A pass to the left side to Eric Rogers and a nice first down grab. I don't know that the Sword don't challenge this, though. It's possible he might have been out of bounds on that one. No red flag coming out. Look at Wayne Lawrence's stats today. Not good. 2 for 10, only 26 yards. He has thrown an interception, he has thrown a touchdown. but it was an interception to the other team. The Sword not known for their defense, but they have some pretty solid players. Gus Godwin at corner, Anthony Browning at linebacker. They picked up Courtney Brown in free agency at left end. He's done wonders for them, and he's also a real-life guy, which is always fun. A dying breed in the DFL. But this Sword team, deceptively had a great history. Been in the playoffs basically every season. But you almost look at them, maybe they're the Howlers of the NFC. Maybe we should look at them like, are they playoff chokers? They're definitely trying to not let that narrative be written. But right now, they're 2-2 in playoff history. No, 2-3 in playoff history. My apologies. I just got that totally wrong in the chat. Whatever. Alan Culberson up the middle. A slight gain there. Alan Culberson having pretty good start to this game. 2-minute warning. If they can just lean on him. They might be able to, just sort of run this game out, honestly. He's such a talented runner. They keep going a little bit. Eugene Riley here, the backup quarterback. I like that they're trusting the guy. And, I almost said the kid, but he's not a kid. He's the same age as Tarek Teague. They're both in their 30s, both 31 years old. Pass to the left side, and it's complete. What a great throw. And what a great run after the catch. What a great play. Raymond Myers on the catch. He had a great season this season. 4 touchdown catches. Just behind Anthony Singleton and Timmy Bronson in the team touchdown count. But Eugene Riley doing what he's had to do this game. 4 for 7, 76 yards. They've really been leaning on Alan Culberson, that running back, their star. Another pretty solid run there. Just keeping them ahead of the chains, making it a little easier for Eugene Riley. 4-yard gain there. But, Tarek Teague got injured. Sword had a choice. They could have gone with Eugene Riley, who had a little bit of a lower overall, or Eric Prescott, who had a slightly higher overall, but way younger. Oh, but it's intercepted! Eugene Riley, as I was praising him, makes a big mistake. And Chucky Mathis with his second interception in these playoffs. Both middle linebackers with an interception in this game. Chucky Mathis having a great playoff so far. They love Chucky in Jungle City. Yeah, Eugene Riley, the 31-year-old, throwing an interception. Giving it right back to Wayne Lawrence. Just over a minute left in the half. Wayne Lawrence throws it deep on a post, and he's got a man. Great ball. Jerry Mays on a deep post. Tackled right as he caught it. A good chunk of yards. And they're in enemy territory here. They run up, try to get a playoff, it looks like, but maybe they didn't like what they saw. They called timeout at the 1 minute mark. Wayne Lawrence, QB of the year, comeback player of the year. Can he make a great comeback in this playoff game? He's done so before against the Dragons last year's playoffs. Wayne Lawrence under center. Eric Summers behind him. Eric Summers to block. Wayne looks across the middle. Completed pass for 6 yards and a timeout. Only one timeout left. Wonder if they're just trying to get into field goal range. Always got to watch out for Darren Leon on the right side. One of the fastest receivers in the league. One of the best streak runners. Wayne Lawrence, one of the best deep balls in the league. Taking a snap from shotgun. Looks right, and he finds Darren Leon on a slant. And they're driving. Looks like they're probably in field goal range for their rookie Pro Bowl kicker, Riddick Knight. And another catch for Darren Leon. But while they're driving, they still have a timeout. 40 seconds remaining, though. Darren Leon starting to get hot in this drive. Looks again for Darren Leon. Oh, and what a hit. Oh my gosh, that hit staggered him. Did you see Darren Leon get back up? He like staggered. We don't do concussion protocol in the DFL, so, you know, he can just get back out there. We don't care about that. We think it's fake. So he's back out there. Wayne throws it short right. It's caught out of bounds. Stop the clock again. The booth wants to review the catch. Interesting. Call from upstairs. They want to review this one. I believe it was called incomplete on the field. I think it will be upheld. There's no way they caught that a catch on the field. Okay, I guess they did call it a catch on the field. Wait a second. They called that a catch? No way. Wayne Lawrence is sacked. Ball don't lie. That's Dean Klein on the sack. Yeah, oh my God, there's no way they called that a catch. And that sword fan is dressed like a pirate. Random. I guess that's why they are lay random sword. That guy is the most random of them all. What does a pirate have to do with a sword? I've never seen a pirate with a sword in my life. The 41-yarder for Riddick Knight, and he drills it straight down the middle. He is 6 for 6 on field goals in the playoffs. What a playoff run for the rookie kicker. Wayne Lawrence started to get hot on that drive. 25 seconds remaining. The Wild do get the ball at halftime. So ultimately just trying to get a stop here, get the ball back. Then they can really make this an interesting game. It's really any type of score, but a nice little return there for the Sword. Let's see if they can do anything random with 21 seconds remaining. 21. One of my favorite vines of all time, 21. This drive is sponsored by Vine 2. Yes, folks, it's actually coming. And it's been confirmed here in the DFL playoffs. Eugene Riley dropping back. Looks like they're actually trying to do something here. Eugene Riley, deep bomb. Oh, finds his man. What a bomb. What a bomb and catch. Not taking a timeout. They're wasting some time, and then they're taking a timeout. I didn't see who made that catch. Got to go back and watch that so I can get that on the record. Great pocket discipline from Eugene Riley. Let's see a man stay in that pocket. 9 seconds left here. See how random they are. Ooh. Probably better that was incomplete. Maybe too much time would have come off. I don't know who that was that caught that awesome pass. Maybe Kendrick Love. Oh, but what a kick there. Bobby Pate hits the 53-yard field goal to basically negate the Wild's field goal at the end of the half. A great little random drive for Le Random Sword. Eugene Riley. A nice play there. Standing in the pocket, delivering a deep ball. Wild take the squib kick. Oh, and Von Doe is returning it. Ooh. And he just had to outrun one man, but instead Von Doe gets hit from behind, and he lands awkwardly and injures his elbow. That is a big loss for the Wild. Von Doe is a star for this team. But the Wild will get the ball back. See, after halftime, has Von Doe healed? Will he be back in the game? If not, who's going to be returning this kick? We'll see. Looks like Von Doe is back in the game. See if that elbow continues to bother him, though. Gotta hope the guy's all right. Looks like the ref there is asking him how he's feeling. He says he's feeling good. Let's play ball. Probably second half DFL football. And Wayne Lawrence and the Wild have some ground to cover. They would tie the greatest DFL playoff comeback. It's a 14-point second half comeback. I guess there was a 17-point comeback actually by the Seamen last season. However, they did not win that game. So I don't know if it totally counts. Wild won their 14-point comeback. And Wayne Lawrence, hit as he throws and almost throws that one. Gives the Sword another touchdown on that one. Dropped by the defender, but he threw that way behind the man that he was intending to throw to. Just the hit change the trajectory too much. And we've seen some really devious defensive line play in the first round. Looks like it's extending here to the second round, and Wayne Lawrence, under a lot of pressure, just barely gets that one off, and they're going to have to punt again. Nothing going for the Wild. And the Sword have a real big chance to make this one uninteresting. Lots of people, including me, were talking big game about the Wild. Watch out for the Wild. It could be dangerous. They've showed some signs of that in this game, but not nearly enough to really look like they're having a pulse. Some signs of life, you touch the heart, maybe you feel like a little thump. There hasn't been a consistent heartbeat for this Wild team in this game. Eugene Riley, haven't been getting to him. He's played well, has composure. But I think the second half, they're going to be relying solely on Alan Culberson. Trying to let him put this game away on the ground. Run this clock out. Eugene Riley will go under center. Sends a man in motion. Lots of time hanging in the pocket. Looks right. And that's out of bounds. Eugene Riley done a nice job of stepping up into the pocket, not being afraid. I think that's that real veteran mentality that he has. He knows he's got a center and a right guard, both Pro Bowlers. He's gonna try to step up and get a little bit to the right in that pocket. Find that soft spot. Watch him step up. Oh, and take a sack. Center kind of gave way a little bit that time. And James Hubbard flattens him. Here comes out Vondrell Cameron. Vondrell. He doesn't look like a Vondrell to me. But, I'm sure it's a family name. Sure, there's some cultural significance there. That's a nice punt there. Out at the 2-yard line. A little more than nice, honestly. Kind of freaking stellar. Kind of freaking nuts. Now Wayne Lawrence and Eric Summers are backed up. Are they going to hand it off to Summers, try to get some space? They are. And he can't get him much. Maybe a yard or two. This game is sponsored by your favorite diner. Whatever your favorite diner is, this is sponsored by that one. They've been thinking about you, and they want you to go get a little coffee there or something. Your favorite diner. Wayne Lawrence sends his tight end in motion. Eric Summers up the middle. A nice gain there. But it's third down, and the Wild haven't fared so well on third down. Just 1 out of 7. That stat is brought to you by Dunkin'. Fuck your favorite diner. Just go corporate, man. Fucking Dunkin'. Just get a coffee and a fucking donut, man. Dunkin'. And Wayne Lawrence looks across the middle, hit as he throws. And Darren Leon is able to make the catch sliding. And he's doing a little strut. He's saying, yeah, I caught that. Wayne Lawrence hit as he throws. A little bit of an errant pass there. It didn't look like he was going to connect, but Darren Leon able to adjust. That's why Darren Leon, they look at him as one of the best receivers in the league. He was receiver of the year this season. Looking to the right side on a bit of a screen pass, it's Derek Taylor. Not much of a screen, more just like looking out in the flats. With a 4-yard gain. Solid little chunk to set up second down. You know, you got to imagine the clock's ticking down here. You know, good amount of time left, but Wild got to start thinking about touchdowns. When are they going to get him? Can't get him too late. Ooh, but a catch there on the left side. I'm not so sure that one doesn't get challenged. Eric Rogers, he's had a couple good catches. Yeah, and Lee Random is going to challenge that one. That one didn't seem like he got it. Oh, yeah, it looked like that right foot is out. Oh, did he get it down? I don't think he did. I don't know if he scraped the toe. I think they're going to call that one back. Let's see what the ref says. Yes, the play is reversed. That's no catch, says the referees. Kind of love the ones where they get it wrong. You know, it's like, that's he had a full foot out of bounds. A full footprint out of bounds. The ref just missed that one. Wayne Lawrence on the play action. Throws it short to the right, and ooh. There were two guys that had a chance of catching that ball, and they are both not on Wayne Lawrence's team. Wayne Lawrence looking shaky in this game. A star in the wild card game. But are the Wild only good in the wild card round? The wild card Wild might start calling them. Is what the media might start calling them. Forging narratives up in the booth right now. Here comes Eugene Riley trying to forge a legacy. And a nice run up the middle for Alan Culberson. Definitely Alan Culberson, a man after a legacy. You could really argue that he should have been MVP this season. Not really, actually, now that I'm looking at the stats. But he had a good season. They're a real good season. Eugene Riley with a good throw there. And, you know, nice little throw to tight end Chester Jansen there. And that's just what Eugene Riley has been doing all game. And it's what they needed him to do. I think the coach talked to him. He said, hey, I don't need you to be a star out there. I need you to make the plays that we need you to make. And he's been doing that. But at the same time, he's also had some star plays. The field goal at the end of half was set up by a tremendous bomb by Eugene Riley. And honestly, that's a big play. That was a big shutdown of Wild momentum. Another good run for Alan Culberson. This would be the worst time for Alan Culberson to get hot if you're a Wild fan. Coming down the stretch, killing clock. I mean, if he just keeps running for 4 or 5 yards in this game, the Sword win. And much more than 4 or 5 yards. Alan Culberson, 4.3 yards per carry. Looks like he might have gone to the bench there. We'll give him a little break after a big run. Jason Sloan, the back end now. They're going to give it to Jason Sloan. Oh, and Jason Sloan fumbles the ball. Oh, my goodness. I could have sworn he was down, but it looks like he may have been on top of the defender. Gary Hayden picks up the fumble. And oh, my goodness. The backup, Jason Sloan, may have fumbled it. They're going to challenge it. This is their second challenge of the second half. Oh, he may have been on top of the guy. He may have been on top of Gary Hayden. But did his left elbow get down? I can't see from this angle. I don't know if it's irrefutable evidence. It was called a fumble on the field. Let's see what the ref says. The play is reversed. No fumble. It seems as though his elbow was down. And wow, what a tough break for the Wild. That would have been their moment to change this one around. Jason Sloan, the backup running back, almost coughing up the ball, and they go right back to Alan Culberson at backup. He ran a big play. They're like, hey, man, take a breather. They put the backup in for one play, and he fumbles the ball. Could have been a real big play in this game, but instead we're going to the end of the third quarter. Random Sword up 17-3, and they're driving. Jason Sloan nearly fumbling it. But this drive continues, and it'll continue to eat clock. But continue no more. Orlando Johnson, strong safety, injured, trying to make a play. Some injuries popping up in this Wild secondary in this game. Sword playing some real smash mouth football. 51-yard kick here for Bobby Pate. And another banger kick here for Bobby Pate. Had a great year kicking the ball. Continues here in the playoffs. It's 20-3 in the fourth quarter. We have technically seen a team come back from this deficit in the playoffs. The kick return here for Von Doe is a nice one, getting past the 30. Bow, 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 bow. Here comes Wade Lawrence, under center. Hands it off, up the middle. Not much going. Yes, we have seen a comeback of this magnitude. The Sea City Seamen came back down 17 in the fourth quarter in last season's NFC Championship game against the ABCs. They did lose the game, though. They made the comeback, tied the game. They went into overtime. Or no, they didn't go into overtime. They tied the game with 26 seconds left and still lost the game within those 26 seconds. Orlando Johnson's going to be out for the rest of the quarter. So this Wild defense is going to take a little bit of a hit there. Wayne Lawrence dropping back. Oh, and it's dropped by the receiver. He jumps up, drops it. Conrad Tucker pops out of his hands. He tries to jump up and grab it. And it's pulled out of the air. Gus Godwin, 6 interceptions on the season, a Pro Bowler, and he's making waves in the playoffs here too. You got to imagine that just put the stamp on the Wild season. Stamp it up, send it away. Handoff up the middle to the tight end, Timmy Bronson. Getting a little creative there, but only 1 yard gain. At this point, clock is killer. Just taking time off that clock, getting first downs. Oh, looked like it was a screen pass there, but Eugene Riley tries to hit the deeper route on the screen. Was not open. Byron Greer there to make the stop. Usually Byron Greer would be trash talking there, but not a lot of trash talk at the moment. 3rd and 9. Eugene Riley sends him in motion, hands it off up the middle. And it is 4th down. A conservative play call there, but I think smart. Taking the time off the clock. Again, restating, it's just going to be the most devastating thing for the Wild at the moment. Now, obviously, a touchdown would be nice, but they're running out of time. You know, at this point, it's basically the Wild have to be in go mode. If you're not in go mode, you're in go home mode. As far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm freaking concerned. Clutch time is now if Wayne Lawrence wants to cash in. Clutch time is sponsored by Dunkin'. I love Dunkin' Donuts. Wayne Lawrence takes a big hit there. Tries to get the ball off, and it just trickles to the ground like a little stream of pee-pee. Wayne Lawrence. No stranger to clutch moments. But he and the clutch moments don't always get along. He's trying to rizz up the clutch moment right now. And a nice pass there across the middle. Eric Rogers having a pretty solid game through the air. Still short of the first down. Across the middle. Time is ticking. They still need to convert here. They've only converted on 2 out of 10 third down attempts. At this point, they're going to have to go for it on 4th. Got to know that. Wayne trying to extend this play, running right. Lots of guys, lots of traffic, and nothing going there. Wayne said, F it. Someone's down there. He threw it deep to Conrad Tucker, his tight end. Lamas Jefferson. That's some bullshit, bro. That's some bullshit I'd make up. Lamas Jefferson. Hello, I'm Lamas Jefferson. He's like Thomas Jefferson, but a llama. Hamilton. You guys know Hamilton? Do the DFL fans know Hamilton? Dun, 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 dun. Eugene Riley under center with 3 men in the backfield, including a tight end. This time he's just going to go back to the running back. Eugene Riley famously loves Hamilton. He says he's a Hamilton nut. He's seen it a ton of times. The dude flippin' loves the thing. Flippin' loves Hamilton, loves flippin' Lin-Manuel Miranda. And yeah, and he loves the Wild's kicker, Lamas Jefferson. Just time ticking away. And you can't see it, but I can see it on my cameras, sort of in my mind's eye, my imagination. The Wild sideline just is real reserved right now. They're real, usually a real rowdy crew, but they're real reserved right now. I think they've sort of accepted this loss already at the moment. And it almost seems they accepted it a little too early in this game. They may have accepted it at the pick 6. That's all I'm saying. Ever since then, it just felt like the offensive line was not blocking for Wayne. But yeah, Wayne made a big mistake early. That one was on him. Huge play by Anthony Browning, the pick 6. Also a touchdown early in the game by Alan Culberson on the first drive. Fullback dive up the middle, nearly gets the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2. Wild not using their timeouts. This one may seem too far out of reach for them. Reminder, the next game is at 1:30, so there'll be a slight little break. It will be the Poison Scorps taking on the Sea City Seamen. Who knows what will happen in that game, but it's interesting. I think I like the Scorps. I think the Scorps are kind of slept on, but I said that about the Wild. I said that this game was a lock for the Wild, honestly. They played real well in the wild card game. Wayne Lawrence especially. They just didn't bring that on the offensive side this time. The Sword took advantage. Sword missing their quarterback. I thought it could be a tough day for Eugene Riley. And it was an amazing day. No touchdowns for him and an interception. But when they needed a first down on, third and significant, 3rd and 8, or 3rd and 5, 3rd and 5 plus, he got it for him a bunch. He got it for him when they needed it. Had a great first drive. Nice little pass out to the flats here to Conrad Tucker. That might have been out of bounds. The refs have low-key been making crazy calls for the Wild. Whatever, it's 3rd down, just over a minute remaining. Maybe just a drive for respect. Nothing going on that pass. It's 4th and 5. Probably just a last-ditch play here. We'll see. Maybe they convert. Wayne Lawrence, 11 for 32. Yuck. Just over 100 yards and 2 interceptions. One of those is a pick 6. And wow. Wayne Lawrence, the play action boot, runs out, sees the danger, and just slides to the ground. Pathetic way for the season to end for the Wild. And Les Sword are going to move on to the NFC Championship game. For the first time in franchise history. This is their 4th playoff appearance. Their first time in the NFC Championship game. You can see the Cadillac MVP of the game is Anthony Browning. Had the decisive pick 6. You gotta wonder, can Eugene Riley beat either the Scorps or the Seamen in the NFC Championship game? And if he can, will Tarek Teague be able to come back for a Dream Bowl appearance? Lots of question marks on this Sword team. But you like that, with the question marks, they're winning 20-3 over a pretty solid Wild team. You might have wanted to see a little more from the offense in this one. But the Wild are a classically great defensive team. And the rushing game today for Les Sword has been solid here at the Reddit Dome. Bobby Pate coming on for a 48 field goal. He would have a chance to put a nice little cap on a solid game as well. 3 for 3. 9 points for him. Or even more, 11 points for him. And this is going to be an easy victory for Les Sword. Missing their quarterback, it did not matter. The team is too solid all around. And man, this next game we got coming up, Scorps at the Seamen. Lots of great players in that one. Lots of great action to come. It's coming in 15 minutes, 1:30 on the DFL channel. That'll be on the dot this time. Going to be a great matchup of running backs. Roger Knight versus Rick Smith. Roger Knight, 2-time MVP. Rick Smith, they say he should have been MVP. He was robbed of an MVP. Scorp's team always seems to be overlooked. They're trying to make a splash against the Seamen in this next game. Wayne Lawrence, last desperation plays. And embarrassing. He throws an interception to end this one. Bobby, under the strong safety, catches it off the deflection. And victory formation for LeSword. Clock is ticking now. 3, 2, 1. And congratulations, Reddit. LeSword are in the championship game for the NFC. Wayne Lawrence obviously going out, shaking his head. Messy game for Wayne. That is the game. 23-3 Sword. We will be back in 10 minutes, just about, for the next game. Poison Scorps at Sea City Seamen. See you there, DFL fans.